What is up, YouTube fam? I am at my lovely Goodwill, as you can see. I already got a few things in the cart. We'll get to those. But there's one thing that I picked up, and I was pretty excited about it because you guys know I love picking up my tapestry pillows. Unfortunately, there is some stains on the back, and I'll have to leave it. It's not a very sought-after pillow anyways. It's by a company called Dakota, which I really thought it was going to be something special, but kind of glad it had stains. Then I wouldn't be terribly disappointed. Alright, so I was cruising down the women's sweaters here, and I usually just kind of go down and see if anything jumps out at me along the sides of the sweaters here. And I did come across one very unique one. I usually try to look up the ones that have kind of like, it looks more hairy. If you can see, that's usually either it's some kind of fur or angora. So this one is absolutely beautiful. It's a brand called Baldini, and just as I thought, rabbit hair, 80%, 30% angora right there. There's also some lamb's wool in there, so not too shabby there. But check out those buttons and that beautiful, beautiful beadwork and embroidery. So yeah, for $4.79 for sweaters, and this is absolutely stunning and definitely coming home with me. I think this one's super cool. So they definitely got a lot more VHS and DVDs in the last week or so. I thought that these Xena VHS would do really well because they're sealed and they're complete sets, but not even on eBay do they do very well, and they want $20, so we're going to go ahead and leave those. But I did find one thing that we are going to pick up. Now, this one's definitely not going to break the bank, but it is the Blu-ray Batman, the motion picture anthology, 1989 to 1997. So I guess it's got all of those in there. And supposedly Best Buy sold it for $95. Like, what? But they do have it priced only $4.99 here. I looked it up. This is definitely going to be a little bit of bread and butter. Maybe a little bit of sugar and cinnamon on top. Checking out the kids section here. I love looking at the kids stuff because I like to find the Woolino sleep sacks. If you guys find those can do really well. And I absolutely love trying to look for the vintage items. And speaking of vintage, I found one right here. Here is a vintage Oshkosh baby Bigosh. Super cute. Plaid on the bottom there and on the inside, and the cute little pocket there. And check out that back. Super cute. Super cool. Definitely grabbing these. I'm not sure how much we'll get on these, but I'm hoping around the $40 range. Okay, so we just found two back-to-back items that are gonna blow your mind. So they're right here, but stay tuned. I'm going to get to those in a few minutes, so keep shopping along with me, and I'm going to leave you in a little bit of suspense. So checking out the belts, they're only $1.99, so I definitely give it a glance when I'm in this store every time, just because belts are very easy to list and very easy to ship. Now, they're usually long tail, which means some of them can take a long time to sell, but I love picking them up. This one I actually considered getting. It is a Stacy Adams genuine imported leather, apparently, in this like kind of celery green color. Now, it's probably going to be a bread and butter item, but I think I'm going to go ahead and leave it. But this one I'm going to pick up. The belt on here is pretty thrashed, so I'm actually going to take it off the belt. But right here is made in Mexico. A brass abalone shell buckle. Super pretty. Love the colors of that. So like I said, I'm going to take this off and just sell the buckle. So this one should do pretty good for us as well. So I was in the men's shorts here, and I kind of was just thumbing through here, and for some reason these kind of grabbed my attention, which they look kind of cheap to me. but I kind of went in and I was like, oh, they're new with tags, but I still didn't see that they were actually Carhartt shorts. Yeah, brand new with tags, size medium, not the most desirable size, but brand new. Yeah, we're coming into summer weather, so definitely grabbing these for $4.79. Brand new tags, can't beat that. So they definitely stocked up. They got a bunch of new Christmas ornaments in, and I did look up each and every one of them, almost each and every one of them. Nothing really stood out to me. This one I thought might be worth something, but not really. Maybe $15 free shipping. But can you guys guess which two out of the bunch that I am picking up? Yeah, if you guys guessed it, it's these old world Christmas ones. Now, I do pretty good on these. They're not vintage, but this one's like a little campfire. And then this one is actually a really pretty dream catcher. Brand new with tags. I don't think these are going to be huge money, but I love picking them up. They're pretty easy to sell. I would say probably bread and butter, maybe a little bit more. I could be surprised. I think it depends on the actual ornament, but yeah, for $1.50 each, I'm grabbing them. I found some little bread and butter here. Not really bread and butter, but bread and butter as in reselling. So this is actually a very vintage disc driving kit. Does anybody actually still have these disc drives? Kind of crazy, but people do, and people buy these kits. So for $2.99, we're grabbing it. Not going to be crazy money. Like I said, bread and butter, but we love our bread and butter. All right, so they just brought out a new clothing rack. I just went through those ones. And this is the only thing that I'm going to be picking up out of all three of them. So it is a Marmot. If you guys don't know this brand, it's a pretty good brand to look out for. It is a men's size large. I'm not sure of the name of this jacket. Now I looked it up and it might be the Phoenix style. So for $7, we're going to go ahead and grab it and see if it's actually Phoenix. If it is, it can do pretty good. But I'm just not going to leave it behind. It is in excellent condition, and it's a Marmot. We'll probably be hanging on to it for a little bit until winter, but I love picking up jackets year-round. And then come winter, I'm stocked. All right, you guys are ready for it? You're probably mad at me for stringing you along here, but I found a Royal Melbourne, Australia men's, I guess some sort of pullover, and it is 100% pure new wool mark, I guess. Yeah, this is going to be really, really nice. I believe it's vintage. I could be wrong, but super cool. Never heard of this brand before. And then the second one is, I think, even cooler. This one is a Brooks Brothers, definitely vintage. 100% cashmere and an XL. So it is a cashmere turtleneck in a really cool blue color. This is awesome. This is going to bring us some really good money. And the girl here that works here was just telling me that she pulls all the cashmere stuff. And I was like, well, I guess she missed that one. Oops. Alright, I'm going to get up on out of here. It is about ready to storm and rain. Once again, we've had so much of it. Kind of over the winter weather here. It is actually the first week of May and we're still having winter weather. So I'm ready for it to be gone. And then we'll be in the bug season. So yeah, just can't win. But anyways, thanks for watching. We appreciate you guys. And until next time, until I thrift again, catch you on the flip side. What is up, YouTube fam? I am at my local Goodwill here. I've already been shopping for a little bit, but I do have some goodies in my cart to show you guys, so thrift along with me and see what we picked up. Just checking out the Easter section. Usually don't find too much over here, but I noticed that they put this out new. It is a party light. Now, party light is not all that. Definitely depends on the piece. I do look up each and every single one because you never know which ones are going to be worth something. This one's new in the box. It's actually a bunny candy dish. So I think for $4.99, we're going to go ahead and pick it up. I didn't see any listed or sold on eBay, which could be a good thing because if somebody's looking for it and it's rare and they find yours, they're going to pick it up. So we might put this on auction. We'll see. I'm not sure, but you guys will see in the listings right about now. So I just missed a couple good pots. Somebody else picked them up, but I saw this and I thought it looked really cool. It's actually a pressure cooker. It comes with the pieces here, and I was pleasantly surprised when I saw that it was an IKEA. So I know some IKEA pieces can do really well. Done pretty good in the past with picking up IKEA. So I think for $10, we're going to go ahead and give this one a whirl. On the bottom shelf of the Christmas section, I came across a couple tree skirts. This one's nothing crazy. This one here, I think we're going to go ahead and grab. It's actually handmade, hand-stitched. It's kind of like the quilted style here. It's a pretty small tree skirt, and it's probably only going to be $1 or $2. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and grab it. I love listing these. Easy list, easy ship. Out one of my favorite sections is kind of like the random miscellaneous breakables and stuff like that. Now, I don't love shipping breakables, but this one's not too bad. It is a beaded fruit votive holder, and it's a Pier 1. Now, if you guys don't know, Pier 1 has gone out of business or is going out of business, so a lot of stuff is worth picking up. So for $2.99, probably going to be some bread and butter. Not too bad. So here is a super cool find. Probably the best thing that I picked up today was this Men's Affliction Live Fast zipped hoodie sweatshirt. It is really heavy duty. Absolutely love the stitching here. And check out that back. That is so cool. Honestly, I'm not even going to look this up because I know it's going to be worth more than the $5 that I'm actually paying for it. I don't know if it was new or somebody just was trying to sell this like locally at a garage sale or something, and they have the tag on it, but it definitely does not have the tags. It doesn't look used to me, but I probably will have to still sell it used, but in new condition. So yeah, that one's super cool. All right, I found some really cool, like brand new with tags. It is a polar fleece women's, I guess it could be women's or men's. I would say women's pullover here, and I think I'm going to pick this up for personal use. I could probably sell it for around 30 or 40, but I love it. I love the Aztec print. I will be putting it away because it is now almost summer. So this is really cool. $5. Yeah, I'm going to rock it. And then I also found this cool minor football for my husband, and it's actually his size. A very, very nice jacket, so he's gonna look super cute in that. Speaking of personal, I found this really cute rattan mirror, and I guess it's like a plant holder. Still has some remnants in there from somebody else's plant. Super dirty, but really cool, and it's only $5. So not sure where I'm gonna put this, but I absolutely love this. All right, that's it. That's all I have for you guys today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you learned something new. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below and let me know what you guys have been finding out in the wild. Love to hear from you guys. And until next time, until I thrift again, catch you on the flip side. So I was on my way to the checkout, and I glanced over and noticed this bag. Now this has definitely been here a few weeks. It is purple tag, which means it's half off, and so I didn't want to pick it up before. I think it is missing a strap, and it's only Ann Taylor. But this bag is really cute and in good condition. It's kind of like this crushed velvet material. So we normally only pay $1.99 for bags, but today it's $1. So yeah, definitely a garage sale price. It's going in the cart. I guess I shouldn't stop shopping. I actually found these Solomon shoes last minute as I was just looking around waiting in a line here, and they are some Solomons. They are asking $10, but they're in pretty good condition. We'll just be throwing them in the wash. Yeah, for $10. Not going to be crazy, but Solomon's always a really good brand to pick up. What is up, YouTube? I'm here at my local Goodwill here, and I've been here a hot minute, and I've actually found a few things in my cart. I don't have too long to shop today. We are going to be FaceTiming our daughters in California, so that's exciting, but I did want to show you guys what we are going to end up picking up today. Alright, so it's been a while since I found anything really good in the game section lately. And this one actually just came out a new stock cart, but the music's quite loud over there. So I thought I would video it over here for you guys. I usually just pass these up, but this one was the 40th anniversary edition. So I decided to look a little bit more into it. And if it's complete, this should do pretty good. Now they did price it up for $10, but I still think we can make some pretty good money off of it. So let's hope it is complete. Ooh, what do we have here? This is a vintage Toastmaster 4-slice toaster here. Now I know some of the chrome vintage ones can do really well. I actually was just watching Resell Mania, one of the YouTubers that I've been watching recently. If you guys haven't checked him out, definitely check him out. He found some pretty amazing stuff, and I think he found like a $400 one. Now this one is not going to be the $400 one, but for $2.99, I think we'll plug it in, see if it works, and we'll give it a whirl. Checking out the jeans section, just looking for some Miss Me jeans or some True Religion or possibly some Rock Revivals. But we actually found some Ariats, which are almost as good, I would say. I usually sell Ariats for around $30. I don't think I've found one with this kind of stitching on the patch there. And they are wide leg, which is in style right now. So for $7, we're going to go ahead and pick up these women's Ariats. These are a little bit more than bread and butter for us, but these may surprise us. Maybe we'll get more than $30 for them. Looky what I just found on a new clothing rack that just came out. They are some vintage Oshkosh Begosh. It's actually a women's dress. I thought they were overalls at first, but I think this is probably the first vintage Oshkosh women's denim dress. So I'm going to give this a little look up. I think it should do pretty good. Hopefully it's rare. Hopefully it's going to make us some really good money. I know I've made a lot of good money in the past selling vintage Oshkosh overalls. So hopefully this is the same. If you like this sort of content,
yay!
Or if you don't,
don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell your friends. And until next time,
catch you on the flip side.